am on Therapy Talk for sure.
Okay.
And it says we're playback unavailable because we're live.
Do
Oh
you
no. Oh yeah.
do you
I
see?
see the starting soon.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll give you guys a minute and let me know, and then I'll actually start. I'll switch to the screen, and you guys will be live. So just let
Okay.
me know when you're ready.
I'm ready when Tammy's ready.
Tammy, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up YouTube on my computer.
Oh, okay.
What?
What's wrong? So did you watch Game of Thrones, Pauline?
Oh, I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, you're so lame.
Well, that would be a
Okay.
personal attack if I cared, Buford.
I watched the first like 3 seasons, and then once Jason Momoa died, I was out.
Okay.
He's my favorite. I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I watched, I think, one episode of one season. The kid got pushed out of the off the window for being a peeping tom.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that one.
Like,
That's very
yeah, I'm
specific.
done. All right.
So are we ready to go
So
live?
I think so.
Okay.
Tammy, are you ready?
I think so. In my screen, I see you, Pauline, in one square, and then I see Therapy Talk Live with our logo, and then me in the teeny tiny corner. But is it showing off? Is it showing okay for you
Oh,
guys?
it seems we're live because
Yeah,
the
we're live.
Okay.
videos.
Oh, yeah, I just
Yep,
switched to
we're
live.
live.
I just
Okay,
switched to
we're good.
live. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
This is our first time doing this, so forgive us, as you always do. We appreciate it. Your patience. Yeah. So, well, first off, I guess we'll wait a bit until some people hop on here so we can say hello. We'll just keep saying hello throughout this
Right.
live. As new people hop on and off. Yeah. How's your day, Tammy?
It was a pretty chill day. Had some telehealth, ran some errands, and had some more telehealth and some in-person sessions. That's about it.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah. I had I don't know. It's one of those days where I don't really know what the day is like. It's like I think I'm starting late, so um, it's been good. It took a while to get out of bed. That's
Yeah.
what it was, and then I was
Yeah.
doing some work, but like doing notes, some
Gotcha.
intakes that I needed to finish, which I didn't finish because I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta at the same time. So I accomplished nothing, and here we are. Took a nap.
I didn't know you liked that show. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I just got a new streaming service,
Mm-hmm.
Peacock, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they have it all on there. Oh, we have someone. Hi, Kingsley, who is my cousin, also our editor's brother. I'll say something because we can, right? Anyway, yeah, but there's also Real Housewives of Dubai. Did you know?
Oh no, I did not.
Yeah, so I want to go there one day. So knowing that they have that series is so different from the other ones.
Uh,
Yeah, I
See,
only watch those.
I'm a housewife, so the little bit that I did watch of those shows, I don't feel like it's very accurate to my lifestyle
Oh, I know.
as a housewife. So I fight to be kind of, I don't know, is cringy the word?
No,
But I
cringy is
do,
the word.
but I do love reality TV shows though, so I'm surprised I don't like it more.
Well, it's not one that I think back then, like I even had to call my sister today. I'm like, they are really mean. They're like really mean to each other. And
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a different type of reality, or that is reality.
Yeah. A
So
lot of
I like,
backbiting and just, yeah, just stuff like that. That's
yeah. And
not fair.
you can see it coming too. You can see how the mess is being created. You're like, okay, like,
How the mess is being created. Gosh, I have
but
this
it's
stream of light
entertaining.
going in my face. Anyway,
Who else is here?
speaking of housewives, I told my husband to pop on, but I'm not sure if he's going to or not.
Oh, he's home.
No, he's not home. He's on the road, but he just landed. Speaking of, I think he's in Georgia.
Okay. That's funny.
He was this
So
morning.
like, oh, like hop on to say hello to us.
Yeah,
I see. I like that. That's a great
yeah.
idea.
I don't know. I
Hopefully he
said
does.
I don't know if anybody's going to show up. So maybe if you want to give us a message.
Yeah. I mean, what we can do, and like the reason why we're actually doing this live, is for reasons of Tammy and I are busy, just like you guys are busy. And so, one, gotta start with a big thank you and a huge show of appreciation for you guys taking time to continuously watch our episode, to even stop by and post comments, hit the likes, ask questions. That really means a lot to us, you know? So this is a way for us to, one, get to know you on a different level. You can get to know us on a different level too. But we really want to thank you so much for being with us this long. Actually, we launched Therapy Talk 2 years ago, August 20th or 19th. We named our channel with the help of our editor.
Wow. Happy anniversary, Pauline.
Happy anniversary, friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a feat.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, okay.
Our head,
Yes.
she's moving.
Floating heads. Yeah, it's been quite the journey for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, so the reason why we're on here the way we are, as for those who've been watching, we've made season 4 a lot about our guests. And so that's that's why you really haven't seen Tammy and I together. And so doing a live, you get to see us together in this way. But because of us really focusing on guests this season, she and I are able to work more independently in coordinating with our guests and doing the recordings, because in the past, we're in 2 different time zones, and so that made it 10 times more difficult to find a time a day to work for all of us. So we're able to just work with what we can by, interviewing the people as we go along, and we still check in to see if we can do some of these interviews together too.
Yep. And it's been summer, so it's just been extremely busy on top of that. So managing content and doing lives in summer, we're busy with trips and just lots of different things going on. It's not that Pauline and I haven't wanted to get together. It's just our schedules, like Pauline said, we're in 2 different time zones and we're both very, very busy people. So we will have content in the future with us being together. But right now, we want you to enjoy the interviews and the stuff and the content that we've created on our own. So
Yeah.
hopefully hopefully you guys will find all of that great and wonderful, intriguing, and let us know if there's something that you guys want us to talk about or want us to post or want us to cover. We are definitely open and would love suggestions. So if you have suggestions on anything and around mental health, life in general, just whatever, just give us a comment or send us an email. You can find all sorts of ways to get a hold of us on our socials, on Instagram and on Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, as well as our lovely YouTube channel. So there's definitely ways that you can find us if you have something that you want us to cover.
Absolutely. So we have a question, Tammy.
Oh, okay.
Which is asking, which state are we in? So where are you, Tammy?
I am from the lovely state of Iowa, Central Time Zone, in the heart of America. Yeah.
How's your summer been over there?
It's been extremely hot. We're all in a drought. It's been very, 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 very hot. That's where we're at weather-wise. I just got back from the Iowa State Fair. I do that once a year, minimally once a year, sometimes twice a year, because it's so much fun and there's so much going on. But summer in general has just been pretty busy, like I said before. So, but yes, I am from Iowa.
Okay. Well, I am living in Oregon, and today was a hot day. It was in the 80s, but 80s in Oregon is extreme. Upper 80s today. But I have enjoyed my summer this year, and like I keep trying to figure out why. But even having these conversations with clients and friends, but mainly clients, I think I see more clients in a week than I do friends.
That's a
So, part of it is we discovered that it's because summer started so late here in Oregon. And so when it got here, everyone, including myself, is like trying to get as many activities in.
Yeah.
And as you know, Tammy, when fall hits, Oregon is like on the dot. She is not late on the calendar when switching out seasons. Only when she's coming into summertime, she's like, I don't know, y'all can act right, so I'm gonna take my time.
Right. Yeah.
But she's gonna be on time.
Yep. Then the rain begins, right?
Yeah. Then the rain begins, which is fine. I love fall here because of all the colors.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yes, the rain does definitely get old, and that may be another reason that summer has been so quick. Is I got tired of the rain last season. It just wouldn't stop. I just got tired of being rained on. Yes. Yeah, that would be part of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. We have another question. Oh man, Kingsley, thank you for interacting with us today. He says, have you guys considered reacting to how mental health is portrayed in entertainment?
That's interesting.
Okay. No.
So do you mean like in conjunction to like, sorry, Pauline, in conjunction with like characters on TV, or just like characters in like movies, TV shows, or whatever? Or are you talking about like real life, like people who are in that field, like if they talk about struggling with mental health? Or can you just clarify a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I'm stuck on too.
Yeah, but I've not thought about it.
No, well, we'll see.
A lot in the media with mental health and movie stars and performers and things like that. So I think that's been helping with destigmatizing mental health for sure. It's in the news a lot.
It's in the news a lot, especially in the past few years. not that therapy or mental health hasn't existed, but it's
Right.
we're talking about it more. I
Mm-hmm.
know personally I'm talking about it to people on how I'm like really feeling, you know.
Right.
So I think entertainment wise, it's being put out there, and what I would say. I've seen some shows where it's less about, oh, a therapist is on a chair and the patient is on a couch situation, you know,
Yeah.
which
Right.
is a lot of how it's been shown.
Definitely.
So it's looking different nowadays.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. I know there was a TV show that was out. I don't know, was it on? It may have been on HBO. I know HBO had a number of them. When I was in when I was getting my master's, there was In Treatment that was on HBO that I watched in class actually. I watched part of it. And that one was woof. There was so many things going on, so many ethical dilemmas that was. That's why our professor had us watch it
Yeah.
because
Do
there
you
were
remember what
so
show
many things.
it was, Pauline?
It's called In Treatment.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. In Treatment. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that there was a lot. It was a practicing therapist who worked from home. So
Mm-hmm.
one, that's a thing. Not that you cannot work from home, but he did some things that were very scary. Like he had his like medications in the restroom, and one of his patients who was having was going through a lot overdosed with
Oh
his.
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, of course, that's
Yeah.
high risk. High risk. Yeah, so stuff like that. I'm like, man, you know, when you're learning about like counseling and you're in school, you see stuff like that. You're like, jeepers creepers. Is this what I want
Jeepers
to do?
Creepers. I know one of my big mental health movies that I really like, and it's a comedy, of course, but it's like What About Bob? It's an old movie that is hilarious. It has like a therapist, actually psychotherapist. He wrote all these books, and I think he's a psychiatrist actually. Anyway, so he goes on vacation and he sets up all these parameters for on-call people to take the phone calls of his patients and stuff. And so he goes on vacation, but right before vacation, another therapist quit his therapy due to this Bob character, and Bob then became this psychologist or psychiatrist. Sorry, I'm loosely using this psychiatrist. And he goes on vacation, and then Bob just can't handle it, and it just shows like the whole movie of really poor boundaries. And Bob ends up finding him on vacation, and ends up having dinner with his family. Ends up making all these like family functions. But it's hilarious. But yeah, it's clearly like boundaries. Speaking of that, Pauline, boundaries. We're going to talk about what's been new on the merch end.
Yeah, what's been new? Merch is new, period. That's something very new that we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never seen What About Bob? That sounds very interesting and something that I think my palms will get sweaty while watching it.
Yeah.
Because, man, the bob and weaving we do when we're in public, and because of how we're not able to interact with clients, which is fine, but it creates such an anxiety. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
But we built a website this summer. That's part of our busyness too. Is when we started, we mentioned, oh yeah, we're gonna need a website. But then we're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's somewhere in the future.
We'll do it sometime. Yeah.
Sometime. Let's figure out how to be on camera and look at the camera first, which we haven't figured that out. So
I think they're well aware.
so really, so we end up creating a website, and man, this website has been such it takes work to build anything, and it had been a lot of work from thinking about what we wanted on the website to then finding one of my friends. I've known her since 2006, actually. We went to college together, and she's starting a business and has started a business in graphic designing and building websites and things like that. And I'm like, oh man, Tammy and I are not going to build a website. We don't have that time.
Heck no.
Unfortunately, we don't. Like, yeah. So I was like, but we can provide information on what we would like on said website. And she did above and beyond what I imagined and what you imagined too. It's just so beautiful. And so in this website, we also have a merch section. Um, and so Tammy and I are both wearing the two merchandises that we are selling on there. And so Tammy is wearing one about boundaries. So it says no, which
Says
yes,
no. Yep.
it's very big and it's intentional. And we're not undermining the fact that saying no isn't like that easy. It's not easy. It's not simple. And we will continue to promote the importance of it because that is part of you taking care of yourself, and it is part of what therapy is literally you learning how to advocate for yourself in various ways. So Tammy is wearing our statement T no with the back that says boundaries.
It says boundaries,
have,
yeah. Do you have it nearby, or do you need me to do flip around?
Oh, flip around, sis. Flip
around, sis? Okay. Let me pull in my drawers. Can you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Boundaries.
Okay.
Thank you.
There
Thank
it
you,
is.
Modell.
And then it says Therapy Talk with Tammy and Pauline underneath.
Yes.
So you know where it came from.
You know where it came from. And then I'm wearing our logo tee. Can you see?
Yep, I can see. It's perfect.
Yes, it's our logo, which when I was in Canada and I had this one on actually, and I'm walking around, I got stopped a couple of times. Like, are you Tammy? I'm like, no, I'm Pauline. And then I get to like talk about it a bit. Yeah, it was
cool.
So cool. Yeah, it was really cool. So feel free to stop on our website because we do have free resources, book recommendations for couples, for individuals, for children. As we continue to do more research on different topics, I don't work with children, so I don't have a lot of resources or any at all. But Tammy has provided
a
some.
Bit, not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be building that. So just know it's a website that will continue to grow, and we have fidget like coping tool section, which is my favorite because it's like how many things can be found on YouTube or Amazon that we can share.
Yeah. Right.
So we have so many things. You're gonna see more and more of. Tammy has a few reviews done on some of the fidget stuff. I have one here that I use for myself. That man feels so good.
I love fidgets. It's my life. I needed them my whole life, but they're just all of a sudden now surfacing as a common thing. So I wish I had those in school, but I see people coming into therapy sessions with fidgets, so it's cool. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Absolutely. That's where mental health is going, right? Because this is it's being normalized. Like, okay, you need something to fidget with. That's cool. We do it all the time. You biting your nails, messing with your cuticles, you're fidgeting. It's just less harmful.
Yep.
Kinsley clarified his question.
Oh,
which
perfect.
is as in characters in movies, people's TikTok, and even games. Yeah. Oh, and he's asking if our website is like BetterHelp. No, our website is not at all like BetterHelp because our website is mainly about like our videos that we post. So we link our YouTube onto our website. We don't do services like BetterHelp does, but you will get links to our other professional gigs that we have. So if you're in Iowa and you want to work with Tammy, you can reach out to her through there, and then she will let you know about her situation. And then there's a link to my professional gig, and you can get information. But we don't do work like to BetterHelp. We actually do in-person sessions and telehealth, which BetterHelp, from what I know, is 100% telehealth.
Right.
Yeah.
And our website is not to replace any type of therapy at all. And we do have that disclaimer on our website. So if you need therapy, that's great. We want you to reach out to somebody in your local area. But the website itself is not a substitute for therapy. Neither is our channel. We talk a lot about mental health and anything and around mental health, but we are not a substitute for getting professional help.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. One more time for the people in the back. What you hear and see on here does not substitute therapy. You have to definitely go find your person. It is an experience. I'm in therapy now for the first time. It's actually been a year.
That's
So
it.
it's, yeah. So it's a journey when you get to
Mhm.
find that person, build a relationship with. It's not what you would see on entertainment. So that's what Kingsley is referring to. So as in characters in movies, um, people's TikTok, and even games. So we haven't actually considered reacting to it. What we did was Elf. We reacted to his character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we reacted to some music around that same time frame when we were early on in our therapy talk YouTube gig, but nothing since then. I don't think, Pauline.
Like, I have a question.
No.
Can you guys hear me? I have a question for you. Editor here.
Yeah.
So, have you heard of Andrew Tate? He's like the hottest thing on the internet right now.
Oh, it's not us.
No, it's not you.
Who is this said person? Can you say it again?
Andrew Tate. He got banned on. He got banned off Facebook, TikTok,
Whoa.
Instagram. He says he's basically saying that the reason today's young men are guessing not getting married is because he's saying like life is not fair for them, and he says some crazy stuff basically.
Okay. So would it be reacting to people like him, or?
Well, I think it would be cool if you react to him and then I don't know, like analyze why you think he's like that, because he says
Whoa.
yeah, he says some crazy stuff. I think that would be very interesting. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's, in an ideal world, it would be nice to, well, maybe nice is not the word.
Okay, do you know what red pill is? Red pill. Can you just
Oh no, that's what your brother just said.
red pill is basically um it's about it started I think in like 2012. It's like they mostly in America and Europe, but like they've noticed that a bunch of young men are not like dating at all. Like they just don't date anybody. Never had a
Well,
girlfriend in middle school, and they basically feel it's like women's fault.
hmm.
And so like they try to better themselves, but like I don't know, to me it's like they sound they sound really sad to me.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. But like it's a very hot topic on YouTube, right? That's why I
I
think,
see.
and since you're a therapist, you probably have a better way of looking at it than I do, since I didn't go to school for this, right? But when I listen to them talk, I just laugh because I'm like, no offense, I'm like, if me in a wheelchair was able to get a girlfriend, you're doing something wrong. That's just my mindset, right? Like there's
Wow, that's tough.
no, like there's no way. Like I'm like you probably
Hmm.
there's something probably wrong with you they need to look at, but they don't accept it and they basically blame
Right.
everything on women, right? So like there's some
Well,
Okay.
my thought is on that. So if you're going to make it women's fault that you don't have a girlfriend. And let's say those said women or girlfriends are watching their YouTube channel and they're going to feel blamed by them. I mean, that might be some of the problem too.
But the thing is that most of them, I've never had a girlfriend at all, so it doesn't matter to them, right? They're celibate.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely a topic I am not familiar with.
Well, according to Keynes, I'm getting it mixed up. He's saying that's not red pill, that's incels. They're the
It's
same to me. I don't know. He could probably explain it better, but
yeah. I'm on YouTube and Matrix keeps popping up, so red pill, blue pill, so that's not helpful. Oh, there's a. I mean, yeah, I really don't want to speak on something I'm not familiar with, but if usually, but I will make something generalized, a generalized statement in if something isn't happening for you and you're blaming someone else for it, we gotta look at that.
Right. You very eloquently just said what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that's a topic I guess I would look into. So and also his views. So this is the what was his name again?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
He must have had very strong views to have been banned.
Like he was saying some crazy stuff. He was saying like, if my girl doesn't cook for me, she's like, I'm paraphrasing, but like he's basically saying like she's trash, like she's worthless.
Oh,
Like
I don't
he
like
says,
that.
he says stuff like that, and he tells
Then, bruh, you must be hungry.
and he
Somebody
if-
sounds a little entitled.
if you look him up, you see what I mean. Like he says some crazy stuff. And then there was another thing. There was a girl on TikTok. This would be more for you, Pauline, because she was basically saying that she notices that a bunch of black males don't go to therapy, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And basically, she posted a video on TikTok, and then a bunch of black males and a female content creator like wrote an article about her, and she got fired about it. She got fired, I think, Friday, and she posted a video on Saturday, and she's like, all I was saying that don't you as a black man want to be able to talk to your black female, like open up emotionally to your partner? And she said you got so butthurt about it that you got me fired, basically. Yeah, I think that'll be an interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah. That's partially why we're on here, Tammy and I, is to show the different faces, the different people that can go to therapy, you know? It's in entertainment, here's another thing is in entertainment, we would see only a certain group of people in therapy, right? That's what would be portrayed. And now here we are in a different, we're growing as a society, very half an inch by inch. And I mean, like Buford, like we grew up in a family where we didn't talk about our feelings. We don't talk about our feelings, right?
Yes.
And so that's a whole thing in itself. So in the black community, we don't say much because that's vulnerability, and we have this look that we have to preserve ourselves with, but that's not to say we're not struggling. And so yeah, we don't talk, period, about how we feel. I still struggle with it, but I'm learning to do it more and more. And I know more about you now than I have in the past couple of years, just doing therapy talk with you as our editor. Like we've learned more about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keen's basically saying it's like how she worded it. I mean, yeah, she was coming aggressive, but to me, I don't think she should have been fired about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff going on.
Yeah.
There is a lot, but we do on TikTok, which most active there because it's so much quicker to post things.
Yeah.
Tammy is the one that really gave the push for TikTok. I was very hesitant for a bit because one, I was like, but we just got on all these social medias that I had gotten off of, and you're
Yeah.
saying add TikTok. I am going through it right now, but we did it and we've grown. That's the we're like 20K, or well, no, not 20K. We're 19 something. Um,
I think it is
but it's
20K.
okay. Then it is in Jesus' name. Um,
Let it be. Yeah.
but that is where we do get to react because you can like look at different people and you can talk more about it. I see what you post, Tammy, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's a great idea. So, how are we portraying mental health on TikTok?
I don't know how we're portraying it. It's been hard because initially, my mindset on TikTok is that it's for dancing and singing and just that younger generation. That I am definitely on the upper end of that, and so I had a good friend of mine say, "Hey, have you guys ever thought about using TikTok? I'm using it," and he was the same age as I was, and I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, no, there's more to it than just, and then he said the same thing that I said. So I said, so my mindset was like on how, well, I was perceiving it. So I started looking into TikTok and I just typed in mental health and I started seeing mental health content. And I was like, wait a second, I'm really goofy. I'm really out there sometimes. I could probably do this cringy stuff really easy because I like that stuff. That's just my personality. If you watch our really old initial YouTube videos, you will see a lot of that. And Paulina and I, now I feel like we have a really good flow, and it's hopefully it's not as cringy as it was back then. But TikTok gives us the outlet to do those types of things, and they can be anything from 1 to 2 to 3 7 seconds up to now they have 3 minutes and even 10 minutes. And so trends is big, obviously. Figuring out the algorithm is definitely been a difficulty for all of our social medias, but
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of great things that's coming out of TikTok. So what I found to be especially difficult in the beginning was having somebody in my community view a TikTok and then they end up being a client and they're sitting there telling me about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, which video did you see? And then I'm like, who am I to like, there, it's out there for everybody to see. Like, eventually it's probably going to happen. And that's the goal, is to destigmatize mental health. And this person came in because of probably some really dorky video that I put out there, or Pauline that you put out there. But anyway, it did increase mental health. That person was now seeking therapy from
It
me
works.
that they saw on TikTok. And then that was a big like aha moment. And I didn't post for a long time after that because I was like, I gotta be more careful. But then I was like, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna be
Oh
me,
yeah.
and that's been our challenge. I think this upcoming season is to be more authentic, less scripted, be more like who we really are. And
Yeah.
that's been a big push. I think we just bounce off each other, Pauline.
We do.
Buford has been a huge cheerleader for us to be doing that and challenging us to do that. So I really appreciate that. And then just people in my own life, I'm like, you know what? I'm at the age where I just need to be me. It doesn't matter if I'm me. I should be the same me at home that I am with my friends, that I am with my husband, that I am with my clients. I need to be authentic. And that's just been an ongoing challenge, but still a really great reward, as we're navigating the YouTube world as well. Because like you have said earlier, Pauline, I think it's hard to be a therapist when we try to have those boundaries out. You know, we try to have that distance, but we try to still have enough kind of intimacy as far as getting to know somebody. And then it's just so hard to navigate that as a therapist. And then we're a content creator where we need to be likable, relatable, and
Mm-hmm.
and and just all of that, and just to mesh that into the lives of what we've been taught. in schools of how a therapist is supposed to be, it's really been quite the challenge. Haven't you found that to be a challenge?
Absolutely. Yeah, because we and that all of that goes to how dated things were. You know how, oh, you're when as a therapist you're supposed to be this and that, prim and
Right.
proper, probably not cursing or anything, but that's not true. I
Yeah.
found that it's so much easier to do the work that we do when we are showing a side of ourselves that people really want, which is the realness. Not that we're being fake, but we have professional boundaries and we present
Hmm.
ourselves in that way. But you
Right.
know what's also interesting? Because of those professional boundaries, doing therapy talk, which our goal here is to kind of undress therapy a bit and
Ooh,
show
I like
y'all
how
the
you.
different parts of it.
Hmm.
That is scary because it's like we are not trying to be like how we would present ourselves in a room, right? Or how we were. But we are trying to be more open and vulnerable. And this was the scariest thing because that's not what we do every
Yeah.
day at
Right.
work. You know, we don't talk, which our editor B is saying, we need you, he needs us to be more vulnerable. I'm like, what do you mean more vulnerable? So this is me being defiant because now I'm being asked to do something I'm so uncomfortable with. It's like if I'm on camera in a setup like this is vulnerable.
Right in my home.
In my home, this is as vulnerable as I can be
Yeah.
because,
Right.
yeah, it's scary.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love it. And Kingsley says it's easy to interact on TikTok.
True. It's almost instant gratification too. Um, you go back and you see the views and the likes or the hearts, and then there's the comments and stuff. So I feel like it's easier to interact with people.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, I say it's easier to make content there.
That's
um,
true.
I
Yeah.
would want more interaction. However, um, yeah, we don't get. I mean, we're the videos are being watched. You see that, but
Right.
also I've watched my cousin Bobby. Y'all saw her on one of the episodes, and I just watch her on her phone, just thumbing everything, and she's not commenting. She just watches it for
Right.
like a split second, and then next, next.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
Yeah. It's definitely swipe, swipe, swipe,
Hmm.
swipe. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I say, I mean, to capture an audience, you need to have a few seconds. And so I can see where this platform with YouTube, when we do a longer content, where it's harder to get the engagement because if you bore people for a second or two, they're going to go on to the next. I know that. I do that as well, but we're trying to prevent that from happening and stay on our channel a bit longer. But we know that that's the reality of any outlet like this.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Yeah. We're definitely putting ourselves out there every time we do this, and it hasn't been easy. It's been fun, and then I forgot it was fun for a bit, and you reminded me this is supposed to be fun. If you're not having it, we need to pause,
mm-hmm.
and that was a reality check for me. So thank you. I had to realign my plate
Yeah.
of food. um, so yeah, we've been on here for quite a bit. We have like 10 minutes. We can talk for about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else
And I think
have
we've
we?
both been through seasons of that. But what's kind of been cool, Pauline, is what I see is that we're typically in those seasons at different times. And I've noticed where you can tell there's a lot going on in my mind or my heart or my schedule. And it seems that you pick up the pace for me and then you do a little bit more for me. And we don't even talk about it, but I just feel like we sense it. I don't
Mm,
know whether you've realized that or not, but I have noticed that there's been times where I'm like, I've created distance because of X, Y, and Z going on. And you've done that for me. And I feel like, yeah, when you were going through that, I feel like, I just kind of, you know, go relax, sis. You know, let me take this for a little bit for you. And that's what makes us, I think, really good friends and partners in this whole thing, is that we're authentic with each other, and we realize that we're struggling. And even though we have this big mission to keep this going, we can't really take a break at this time. But there's times that you can take a break, and then I can hit the ground running, and I can take a break, and you can hit the ground running, where we do get that rest and relaxation that we really need, which is obviously what we preach about all the time, which is self-care.
Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful, Tammy. That is beautiful. It's a partnership,
It
100%.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a partnership, and it's learning our language, how we communicate, how we work too. And that's what's made this season, this past, I want to say season 3 and 4 so far have been, I don't want to say a cakewalk because it hasn't been easy, but it's still work. This is a lot of work, by the way. We have fun,
Yeah.
but I think we found a rhythm that's workable for us versus, oh, you know what I say sometimes, which is also lyrics to a song: make that money, don't let it make you.
There you go. Yeah.
We're making this work for us, not the other way around. That's what it
Right.
was before, and that
Yeah.
was just exhausting. So
Mhm.
we're partnering up, consulting with each other, checking in, like what's working, what's not working. Let's
Yeah.
take this act out. Let's bring this act in.
Yeah. And I think it's been easier since our editor B, and since just the people in my own life has just challenged me just to be me. My husband's a big, big, big advocate for, like, who you trying to impress? Just be you, mess and all. Just be you. And that, in company with you, and what our editor has said, is really, and just going through some tough times yourself, just letting people know, you know what, I struggle too. I'm a hot
Mhm.
mess too. I have
Mhm.
stuff going on in my life as well. And I think that's been hard too as a therapist, is to you want to be professional, and you want to be like, have the person that has it all together, but sometimes that creates more of a distance between us and our clients, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because they don't see us, again, as being authentic. And I feel like this last couple seasons has actually been a really big growth for me personally, which is so weird to say, that creating YouTube content and stuff has made me a better person, but I really think it has. It's
Yeah.
it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you on that. Even us doing this right now, this is not, we didn't prepare for this. We literally said, "Oh, let's do a live,"
Yeah.
and we
I'm like,
stumbled. And you're like, "We should have rehearsed this," and I'm like,
yeah, no, that's
"This
our
is
old
the
way.
rehearsal.
Yeah, let's not do that anymore.
That's work."
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we are without like a topic to, we didn't prepare anything other than we're gonna try to do this live thing and see how it works.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we have a viewer who is asking questions. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, viewer.
But this will be available for replay, and we're definitely gonna do more of this, especially since we pre-recorded a lot of things. Tammy really has done a lot. She seems to just have people all over her to go interview. I imagine you in your Ron Burgundy jacket, just with your microphone.
You know
So,
what? Not inspired me, but there's a phrase, or not a phrase. There's a verse in the Bible that, and something that my brother-in-law has said to me years ago, that has really propelled me. And he's like, the verse is, I don't know, I'm not a big Bible person. I don't really know a whole lot of verses from the Bible, but I think it's in James. But the paraphrase is, you have not because you ask not. And that has really helped me with, like, okay, I want people to be on my channel. I want people to interview. I want this and I want that for the big view of it all. But I'm not asking people. It's like, well, they're not just going to magically appear and say, hey, can I talk on your channel? It's like, I need to ask the question. And if they say no, they say no. Who cares? That's boundaries, right? That's what we want them to do.
Boundaries.
Yes.
No guilt involved.
Yeah. So it's been me like getting out of my comfort zone and being like, you know, who cares if they say no? Who cares? Really?
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's just it, right? It's the closed mouths don't get fed.
Yes.
That's another way. In the,
Right.
it's somewhere in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing more lives. If it's once a month, that would be cool.
Maybe that's the only way we can really connect at this point.
Right. Checking in because we do have
Right.
a lot going on, and
Yeah.
catching up. We can catch up via this way and share because we do have some individual things we've been working on, and I think I'm feeling more comfortable maybe in sharing those things. We'll come back on that. We'll circle around.
Your voice cracked. That was hilarious.
I'm also an actor.
Yes. Girl, if I can do it and I can put myself in a hot tub and talk to the camera, you can do it too. You got
Where's the hot tub?
Show... What?
I said, where's the hot tub? I'll use my shower tub. How about that? Oh my gosh, Tammy, I love it. I love you, and I so appreciate you, the growth you have provided me indirectly and directly.
Yeah. You're going to make me cry. I do want to say, Pauline, that I am going to cry. Oh my God, I didn't plan this. That you, I have been very, very scattered, as you know. And there was one conversation that you had with me that you're like, Tammy, I need you to do this. And I don't know, I never talked to you about it. I tried to do several social media videos about it, but I deleted it because it felt too vulnerable. Well, oh my God, look what I'm doing now. But I want to thank you for kicking me in the butt to finally get assessed for ADD. And as a therapist, it's really hard to admit that you have an issue. I knew I had it. But anyway, long story short, I want to thank you for that because the first week of being on medication, I probably cried once a day just because I felt like my brain was working for the first time ever. And I have you to thank for that.
Oh, Tammy. I'm so happy for you.
We need to cut. Yeah, this is...
Tammy, Tamika.
Not what I prepared for myself.
This is live, sis. I am happy for you. I am so happy to hear that. That's such a relief.
Hopefully you see the difference too.
I see the difference. It's you're not, what is the term I had for you? Tambling. You're not tambling.
Well, I do. It's just
in a different way. Yeah. It's more linear, maybe tangential, as we would say, but that's different from going here and so I'm happy for you.
I tell you what, it's very uncomfortable to be in a brain like that. So I have empathy for people who struggle with it because I know the before and after. I thought the before was my forever.
Not to damper this moment, but we have like less than a minute.
So. Okay. Second.
So say bye.
Anyway, thanks for popping on here. We appreciate you guys from the bottom of our heart. We will come back later. Watch for new content coming out soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Still rolling. My putty is so hot now. I was using a mess out of it.
Okay, it's over.